Oh, Denzel back now. Denzel back now. Every black person in the movie theater knew exactly what time it was. We seen Malcolm X. We seen Training Day. We seen Man on Fire. We seen Deja Vu. We already know what kind of we know what we in for. We know Denzel about to go crazy on these motherfuckers. So Denzel punching the air and everybody in the theater like this, like this. The big payback. Everybody in there like this. Revenge. We already know Denzel about to do something. We already know. We already know. So anyway, yo, Spike Lee is the GOAT. Oh my gosh, you had on the Spazikes to go see a Spike Lee movie? Oh my gosh, big dog. Yo, it's your main man Rick the Dawn, and I just got back from seeing another Spike Lee joint, Highest to Lowest. I'm so glad I did not listen to people's feedback or the naysayers because they couldn't have been any more wrong. And it's unfortunate that because of the negative energy that surrounds Spike Lee's projects, many of you will not go see this film. And I think the joke is going to ultimately be on you. Now, I got a lot to say about this film. And the first thing I must say is that Spike Lee, I want to say this directly to you. You are amazing. I know you get tons of hate. I know you get a lot of negativity. I know, I get it. And I'm going to tell you why, Spike. I'm going to tell you exactly why. It's because of the negativity around Black Americans in this country. And this is not going to be a race video, but I'm not the kind of person that's afraid to say what I want to say. I mean, for crying out loud, there's negativity around white Americans who support Donald Trump. Is that not the truth? It just is what it is. With that being said, Spike Lee, if nobody else ever says this to you, you are a legend, an icon. You are brilliant. You are intelligent. You are an inspiration. Ha! Man, you knocked this one out the park, and I certainly appreciate one thing. You know what I'm about to say, right? Check this out. Spike Lee, I challenge you to make a coming-of-age, documentary-like film about a black boy or girl from New York who becomes a superhero. I'll just say that. Hey, not to get too weird, Spike. Hey, Spike, if you need me, call me, though. If you need me, call me. And I appreciate the pianist. I picked up on that. The pianist at the end. I appreciate you, brother. Nah. Moving on. Not to get too sentimental, because this is by and far one of my favorite movies in the last, I would say, 3 years. And it could be recency bias. It could be the fact that I just saw the film. But something tells me that this movie is going to hold up very well. I'm going to tell you all the things that happened to me in this movie theater. I went in with very low expectations. And because of that, that might be why I really enjoyed this film so much. When it first comes on, you're a little confused. You're like, what is this movie going for? I went into this film not knowing anything. I mean, I watched the trailer, but for me, the trailer was not that detailed. So I'm seeing Denzel Washington at the top of his penthouse on the patio. He's on the phone. He's taking the call. And I'm looking at Denzel. I'm scanning him from top to bottom. I'm trying to figure out, hey, okay. The first thing that comes to my mind is, wow, man, it is such a blessing to see Denzel start to age gracefully, like a beautiful bottle of wine poured in a glass. He's aging gracefully, magnificently. By the end of this film, that man went back 10 years in his age. No, you know what? That man went 25 years backwards in terms of age. I started off the movie like, yo, we're watching Denzel turn into an old man before our eyes. By the time the movie was over, I'm like, yo, he can't retire for another 25 years. He rewound the clock 25 years by the time the movie was off. When the movie went off, I was like, yo, that was Denzel of 30 years ago. Like, yo, Denzel is younger than me. By the time the movie went off, I'm like, yo, Denzel could play me in a biopic. Denzel Washington is a marvel. He is an icon. He is arguably the greatest actor of all time. Arguably. That man is bad, man. That man is bad. From his subtleties, from his nonverbal cues. He is an actor personified. And I heard somebody tell me this via social media. They told me that not even Denzel Washington can save this movie. They must be out of their damn mind. Denzel Washington didn't need to save the movie. The movie was amazing despite Denzel's magnificence. But with Denzel on top of everything I saw, I said, yo, this is a match made in heaven. And I said, Jesus Christ, I want a friend like Spike Lee. A friend like Spike Lee. That's what I want. A lifelong friend that will have my back no matter what. And we'll go through our ups and our downs together. Man, this movie was amazing from top to bottom. From top to bottom. From high to low, it was damn amazing. And I'm so mad because you got people who didn't see the movie or people who have an agenda that are telling other people negative things. That's why this video is so important, because Spike Lee put on a masterclass in filmmaking. And I'm pissed because I almost didn't go see it. And this is the problem with herd thinking. This is the problem with social media, because relevancy, attention capsizes substance. Somebody will want attention and a like so bad that they'll say something negative just to get that attention, despite the fact that what they're saying is BS. This movie starts off with Denzel, and we get this amazing cinematography helping us to understand who this character is. I'm starting to think that Spike Lee is a master at not only storytelling, but character building, because we follow Denzel for like a week without even really knowing where we're going and what we're in for. We're just following the man who is apparently at the highest of his career field, which is a record owner or record label owner. He's at the top of the game. We're following him around. We're going on little errands with him. We're meeting his family with him. It's like he doesn't know we're over his shoulder watching his day to day. Then we find out that he's ready to kind of get out the game. There's a bigger company looking to buy his record label because he's put in 25 years of hard work, and they see the hard work and they want a piece of it. And it becomes this thing of, will he sell or won't he sell? That's what we think the movie's about. Without having seen the trailer, I'm thinking the movie is about a guy who's either going to sell or not sell his company. I'm all right, I'm cool with that, because Denzel can make a movie about paint good. Denzel can make a movie about getting inside of your car and getting out of your car good. Denzel can make a movie about cooking steak good. So I was enjoying myself. I was having a good time just watching Denzel walk around his office and trying to figure out whether or not he wanted to sell or not. Denzel Washington, if he wasn't an actor, he would have been an amazing real estate agent, because I would have just sat there like, just watching him walk back and forth and explain to me why I want to get this house and spend more money than what I got to buy the house. And I would have bought it, because damn it, it was a good speech. Then something crazy happens. We get a phone call. And I say we because I felt like Denzel's little cousin in the movie. I was with him the whole time. I saw everything that happened. Denzel get a phone call, and somebody that took his damn son. Oh no, they got little Trey. That's the first thing I thought. And then it becomes this thing of, does Denzel Washington use his money? Because look, I don't know if I didn't say this, but Denzel has partners, and his partners are ready to sell the record label. So Denzel comes up with this great idea to buy his partners out so that he can make the final say so on whether or not he sells his record label. But it becomes this thing where his son gets abducted for ransom. So it becomes whether Denzel uses the money on buying his partners out, or does he use the money to save his son? It's obvious, right? Of course it is. It's to save his son. But you can't help but to feel like, yo, Denzel was just on the cusp of buying his record label out and having more power, especially as a Black American man. That's a big deal. And this is how life is. The minute you get to the point where you're about to start making power moves, life is like, ha ha ha, here go a curveball. I know you didn't think this was coming. Here it is. And that's what we are trying to figure out. Denzel, can you get out of this some kind of clever way? And I want to applaud Spike Lee for not making the film so predictable. Like, no, don't worry about it. Denzel can save his son and still buy the record label, and everything is going to be okay. You don't feel that. You feel uneasy. You feel like he gonna have to give that ransom up. And the guys who did the ransom, they're not asking for $5 million, $2 million, $1 million. The ransom guy wants $17.5 million from Denzel. Then it gets interesting. The ransom guy picked up the wrong person. He picked up Denzel's son's friend, thinking that it was Denzel's son. And Denzel's son seemed to have gotten kidnapped because he was out looking for his friend. But it turns out his friend got kidnapped because the kidnappers thought that was Denzel's son. Denzel's son was just kind of lingering out, trying to wait for his friend to come back, and he never did. And we find out why. So Denzel's sons come back, and we find out that it's actually Denzel's son's friend who got kidnapped. Now, this would be no big deal. It's like, hey, all right, well, they're not going to be able to get $17.5 million out of Denzel because, hey, it's not Denzel's son. So joke's on you, robbers. You got the wrong person. But it gets more complex than that because Denzel's son friend is the son of Denzel's personal driver. Yeah, you ain't see that one coming, did you? Denzel is the man. I told you, he's at the height of his game. He's the record label owner. He's the man. And he has a personal driver. And this guy is mad cool. Like, the minute you meet the driver, you're like, yo, he cool, man. He dope. You could tell he is like someone who has Denzel's back. And his son, the driver's son, is the one who got kidnapped because the driver's son and Denzel's son, they both played on the same basketball team. So they were always around each other. Turns out they left the gym and went to go get something to eat. And apparently while they were out getting something to eat, Denzel's son and his friend must have got separated. His friend, the son's friend, got separated and got kidnapped. And they thought, whoever the kidnappers were, they thought that they kidnapped the right son. They kidnapped the wrong one. So anyway, going back, the police bring Denzel's son back like, hey, we got some good news and we got some bad news. Denzel's son is back. That's the good news. The bad news is Denzel's son's friend is actually kidnapped. And that wouldn't be as bad if the little boy was not the son of Denzel's personal driver, who you can tell that Denzel really liked. So then it became this amazing job by Spike Lee of creating this tension because here's what you're thinking as you're watching the film. You're thinking, okay, let's go through this. All right. Because this is what my brain was thinking. All right, let's problem solve. Denzel, it is good news that it wasn't your son. And that's great. It's bad news that it was your son's friend who happens to be the son of your driver. That sucks. But Denzel, it's good news because it's no way possible that the ransom guy is going to still want that $17.5 million because he no longer has the leverage. You got your son back. Then you hear the robber call, the kidnapper call, Denzel. And he like, hey, it ain't never was about your son. It was A$AP Rocky. It was never about your son. It was about you. So check this out. I still want the $17.5 million. The only difference is if you don't meet my demands, we're going to kill your son's friend, which happened to be the son of your driver, and the blood going to be on your hands. And Denzel, you can just tell he was like, hey, bruh, that ain't my son. Like, you ain't getting 17.5. I got a record label to hold up. You ain't getting the 17.5 because that ain't my son. You got it mixed up. You got the son friend. Your fault. But then the driver started putting the pressure on Denzel like, bro, yo, hey, man, I've been working for you for 15, 30, 33 years. You ain't gonna say the son? I don't care. And then in a twist of fate, Denzel's son started applying pressure to Denzel too. Like, man, you taught me to be a stronger stand-up man. I'm about to put. Hey, Spike, you wanna know what you're gonna get when you put me in your movie? Watch this. Dad, you always told me to be a good man. You always told me to be a man of honor. Now, I know I'm back, but my friend is still out there. All right? What is $17.5 million? What was you going to buy? $17.5 million ain't a human life, Dad. I know you could have went to the Bahamas and tricked it off on some OnlyFans models. But Dad, we're talking about a life. We're talking about a life, Dad. I'm saying, if you don't do it, if you don't get a ransom up and get that boy back home, I ain't gonna really love you no more. Now, I know that you can buy love for $17.5 million, but damn it, that ain't the point, Dad. So Denzel is struggling. He crying. He in the office crying. He like, damn, I almost got out of this shit. If I don't do this, I'm like a terrible man. And they brought it up to him. They said, look, Denzel, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking that Whew, they got the wrong son. You can use that $17.5 million and save your record label. But guess what? This is the social media age. And you know what the headline is going to say? The headline going to say, Denzel, he allowed his son's friend to die for $17.5 million. Then he took that same money that could have saved his friend's son and he used it on the record label. We ain't buying none of his damn albums. And that's what Denzel had to figure out. He was late because he was older. So he didn't even think about how social media would destroy his name. And damn it, it was the truth. If he would have bought that record label and his son's friend would have died, it would have been news all over the place, negative vibes all over the place about how Denzel is selfish, and we gonna cancel him. See? So Denzel, after talking to the spirits in his office, I'm talking about Aretha Franklin and Malcolm X and company, he decided, you know what? Damn it, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go ahead and pay the ransom. So he pays the ransom, or at least he calls and tells the person calls, and he said, look, man, I'm gonna give you the money. And the guy like, yeah. And throw your wife's bracelet in there too, because she be stunting on IG. Anyway, just do that in. So the FBI, the police, the local department, they set up this big elaborate situation. And they do a good job, by the way. Spike Lee went crazy on the cinematography for this film. Spike Lee went crazy. Don't ever say nothing about Spike Lee. I'm not listening. I don't care what y'all say. La 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 la. I should have knew that Spike Lee was the man. I forgot he made Crooklyn. I don't want to hear nothing nobody say no more. I don't care what nobody think. So anyway, Denzel and the cops work together. They end up putting the GPS in the book bag. And they put the money in the book bag. And the robber was smart. He said, I don't want 17.5 in USD. I want it in a different foreign exchange or foreign currency, essentially making the bag that they have to carry around way less because they're not using USD. So anyway, everything is set. The little boy who was kidnapped, he in a tub, and while he in the tub, he hear music. Because he ain't got nothing else to do. So he in the tub like he got his mouth banded up. And he like bobbing his head, but he kidnapped. He like, damn, some good ass music. Who I get kidnapped by? A$AP Rocky? So look, then the big scheme get lined up. And the robber like, hey man, put the money in a Michael Jordan bag and meet me on the subway. And I'll tell you what to do. And the police and Denzel, they work together. They put a GPS in the bag, they put the money in the bag, and then everything is perfect. Denzel get on the subway. And he got the GPS on. The cops is following him. And the robber called like, hey, walk outside of the subway and just stand there. And as soon as Denzel get on the outside of the subway, in between the two subway carts, he's outside just kind of like waiting for instructions. He vibrating because of the subway. Somebody who was working with the kidnapper pulls the emergency brake on the subway, and it makes Denzel rock and drop the bag. And I'm thinking to myself, oh snap, it's a Rizzy. But guess what? As soon as he drops the bag, is somebody under there to catch it. I guess they planned for him to drop the bag. I don't know how you plan for that. But anyway, Denzel dropped the bag, and the guy on the motorcycle grabs the bag, and he gets the darting off. And we like, oh snap, it's going down. But then we see that the book bag got a GPS in it, and the police is on him. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you ain't gonna believe who the police officer is. It's that guy who always get in trouble. Like, I bet you didn't count for that to happen. He always got like a little bandage on him. And did you account for a little boy playing in the street with a blowtorch? You bet you didn't see that. That guy, you know who I'm talking about. Anyway, then you like, oh, we good because even though the guy's on a motorcycle, he on a moped. Bro, if you're gonna ask for $17.5 million, why would you be on a moped, bro? He on a scooter trying to get away from the cops. Beep, 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 you know. Beep. I'm like, bro, if you don't go get a Harley Davidson or something. So anyway, check it. It got crazy. It gets crazy. Okay, because this guy is on a moped. But then you find out that whoever this kidnapper is, he is well connected because he crossed with another moped driver. I'm like, where y'all get all these damn mopeds from? He passed another moped driver and they swapped the bag. And you're like, damn, this is a big elaborate scheme. Because you had somebody pull the emergency brake. You had him on the phone, the robber. Then you had somebody grab the bag when it fell out of Denzel's hand. Then the robber switched the bag with somebody else. You're like, damn, how many people in this? How many people in on this? Then the bag gets swapped 2 more times. And you're like, oh my D, it's over. Then they finally get up with the guy because he on the moped. Of course, he got caught. And the police officer chasing him. He all got he might as well have an inhaler. He trying to chase him. He all old, his knees all buckled up, his joints all sore. He's trying to catch the guy. Eventually, he catches him. And when they open the bag, the money is gone. It is nothing but female products in there. And you like, okay, we didn't see any other bag, but we'll roll with it. Movie magic, baby, movie magic. So then you're like, oh snap, what's gonna happen now? They got Denzel money. This is where the movie get crazy. So the little boy that got kidnapped, he eventually materializes in a park on a little swing set. I'm like, damn, that gotta be embarrassing. You got your ass whooped, and now you're sitting on the swing set waiting for your daddy to pick you up. Damn. So anyway, they eventually find him, and you're like, here's what I'm thinking the whole time. When they finally get the kid back, I'm like, okay, Denzel. I'm like, come on, Denzel. Come on, man. Let's game plan, Dan. Let's game plan. Okay, you got your son back. You got your son's friend back. Okay? You lost your 17.5 because the plan at one point became, look, we're the cops. We always win in movies. You're going to get your son back. We're going to get your son's friend back. And we'll get your money back too because that's how movies work. But they didn't get the money back. So you're like, Denzel, check it out. You didn't get your money back, big dog. But you was going to lose that anyway. Take a breath. You was going to lose the money anyway because you knew you was going to have to exchange it for the boy. So look. Maybe they'll find like $5 floating down the street from the bag. But just chill out. You good, brother? All right. And look, your name is good in the hood. Your name is good in the street. Now I know you can't cash that, but it stands for something. It means something. All right, check it out. So Denzel's money's gone. We got both of the kids back, and Denzel is up to the wall in problems because it turns out that the people who he was going to initially do the deal with don't really want to do the deal anymore. They saw him drop the money. They're like, yo, you ain't got no money. We don't want to do a deal with you. And we are upset because we're like, yo, we thought that the movie was going to end on a good note. Like, yo, Denzel did a good thing. He saved his son's best friend. He saved his driver's son. There has to be some kind of payoff for him. And it wasn't. In fact, it got worse. Now the record label doesn't want to do deals with him. Now his partners are saying, yo, man, we were going to sell you our stake in the company. We were going to even try to join up with the record label across the street, but we don't think that's a good idea anymore. Now, here's why. Something weird happens. After Denzel does all these heroics, it's the social media age. And somebody captures him on camera, folding and dropping the bag, but ultimately they know that bag is what saved his son's best friend. So now the newspapers, the social media websites, the articles, everybody on social media is saying how David King Denzel is a hero. Watch this. Watch this part right here. Spike Lee, I challenge you to make a coming-of-age, documentary-like film about a black boy or girl from New York who becomes a superhero. The minute I saw that, I said, yo, Spike, I rock with you, Spike. Spike, nobody can ever tell you, nobody can ever tell me nothing bad about you, Spike, because you a real one, Spike. Man, so now Denzel is a hero in New York. I was like, woo, 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 woo. No. I'm not suing. I'm not going to court. I'm just happy. That's it. That was it. I said, you know what, Spike? I rock with you, Spike. So look. So now it's funny because Denzel is old school. He doesn't care about social media followers and likes. He doesn't care about them. But he's starting to understand it a little bit more because now his name is just blowing up for all the positive reasons. And guess what his partners are saying to themselves? Wait a minute. David just did this amazing thing. And now everybody's talking about him positively. It's the opposite of being canceled. And numbers are flying through the roof. We shouldn't sell to our competition now because the future is looking bright. Now, Denzel, I know you lost 17.5, but we'll probably be able to make that up in like 35 years. And Denzel was seeing the bottom line. He like, look, man, I'm done with it, bro. Like, yo, I appreciate the followers on social media, but that's just not enough. Like, yo, I need my bread back. So he takes a walk over the Brooklyn Bridge like he used to do before he got rich and famous. It's funny because this movie takes Denzel's character from high to low. He was the man. He was the king of New York in terms of record labels. And all of a sudden, he's at the low of the low. He's down $17.5 million. He's about to lose his record label. He went from high to low. Damn it. So he takes a walk over the Brooklyn Bridge and he's listening to music, trying to get that old spark back like he used to do. Because when he was broke, when he was at the low, he would walk across that Brooklyn Bridge, bumping the hottest music in New York. And that's how he became who he became. So he said, you know what? I got to go back to my roots. So while he's walking across that bridge, he's listening to the song that his son's best friend who got kidnapped said he heard when he was in the tub. When he was in the tub, kidnapped, this was the song that he heard. And he told the police agents the song, but they was like, hey man, we can't really do nothing with this song. This song is hot. But look, man, we need to know what the hell happened. We need to know what the walls look like when you was in that tub, kidnapped. But we appreciate the song. You said back that ass up? Yeah, it's a good song, but we need to know more about the car that you was in. But Denzel was listening when his son said he heard the song. So Denzel walks across the bridge. He's listening to the song and he notices something. He notices that the song that's in the headphones is the song of the damn man who was on the phone telling him what to do during the ransom. He said, yo, my son's best friend, my driver's son, he was kidnapped by a damn rapper. So he goes back and he tells the police, and the police is interviewing his best friend. His son's best friend. He in the bed all beat up, and they're interviewing him like, yo, what happened? What's going on? What did you hear when you was in the tub? Was the tub clean? And Denzel like, yo. He walks in, he busts in. And he like, yo, check this out. Listen to this. Back that ass up. Back it up. Back that ass in the trunk in the back. And he like, yo, is this the song you was listening to when you were hearing when you was in the tub? And his son like, yeah. And then the police officers, not knowing how to do their job, was like, hey, we got this. We got this, David. David, we got it. And all of a sudden, and Spike Lee's a genius for doing this, Denzel's driver, he sends a text right after Denzel tells the police that he's able to connect the voice from the phone to the voice from the music that his driver's son heard. And we, as the audience, said, oh snap, Denzel's driver was in on the whole thing. He got his son kidnapped so he can make $17.5 million. And when Denzel came in and told the cops that he could recognize the voice, the driver sent the text to the person letting them know to lay low. And what we did not realize, and I felt so terrible, by the way, I felt so terrible. Actually, Denzel's driver was checking in the hood to see if anybody had recognized this rapper named Young Felon, who happened to be the voice that his son heard and Denzel heard while walking across the bridge. And as Denzel leaves, because he's just like so irritated because the police are not listening to him, his driver comes out like, yo, let's go. I know where the guy at. I know where the guy be at, because he's connected to the streets. Because Denzel's driver apparently just got out of jail. He converted to Islam and he's just trying to get his life right. So again, he sent that little message while the police were arguing with Denzel to get, information on this Young Felon guy who has to be he's a local rapper. There's no way he's not. And they find out it's Lolo. So Denzel and his driver get in the car and they drive to the boys, young Felon's apartment. And this is where that James Brown start kicking. That James Brown start kicking. The big payback. And Denzel in the driver's seat like, I'm about to beat some ass. Revenge. You know what I'm saying? I can do dealing, but I can't do no damn squealing. So Denzel is getting in Denzel mode. And this is when young Denzel kick in. You like, oh shit. Oh, Denzel back now. Denzel back now. Every black person in the movie theater knew exactly what time it was. We seen Malcolm X. We seen Training Day. We seen Man on Fire. We seen Deja Vu. We already know what kind of, we know what we in for. We know Denzel about to go crazy on these motherfuckers. So Denzel punching the air and everybody in the theater like this. The big payback. Everybody in there like this. Revenge. We already know Denzel about to do something. We already know. So anyway, they pull up to the apartment, right? They pull up to the apartment and Denzel recognizes that his driver pulled out a piece. And he like, yo, what's that? He like, insurance. Great line, Spike. I don't know who wrote it. Not sure who wrote it. Amazing job. So anyway, Denzel like, yo, I'm gonna go ahead and do this myself. I'm gonna go in by myself. You just hold me down. You know what I'm saying? So Denzel goes up to the apartment, knocks on the door, and his girlfriend, Young Felons, A$AP Rocky's girlfriend, answered the door. I said, goodness gracious. Do New York got good-looking Latinos like this up there? I should never go to New York. Ever. Too much temptation. Good-looking woman open that door. Anyway, so Denzel goes in there, and it comes across to Young Felons, A$AP Rocky's baby mama, that, oh my gosh, David King is in my house. Denzel Washington is in my house. And I know why you're here. You're here because she's talking about her boyfriend is a rapper, and she starts spilling the beans by mistake. She like, Denzel, A$AP Rocky, Young Felon watches you on TV. He follows you on social media. You're like a king to him. And then Denzel started to put it all together like, oh, you been watching me, huh? Oh, you been watching me, huh? Oh, okay. My nigga. So Denzel is starting to put all the pieces together like, he been watching. He been following me on social media. That's how he got the low on my son, with my son, blah, blah, blah. And he's putting it all together. And it turns out that Young Felon's baby mother has a beautiful bracelet on her wrist that happens to belong to Denzel's wife. Checkmate. And she's like, oh my gosh. So Denzel like, hey, yo, so where's Young Felon at? She's like, he's at the studio. I'm about to call him right now. He's like, no. Baby girl, I got it. Hey, go ahead and put the phone down. I'm going to go ahead and surprise him. Yeah, I'm going to surprise him. Yeah. So then Denzel gets back in the car with his driver like, take me there. Right? And they pull up to the studio, and that's when we see A$AP Rocky, Young Felon, for the first time. And he got the teardrop, he got the tattoos, he got the braids, and he rapping. Man, the music was amazing throughout the entire film. And the song by A$AP Rocky, Back That Ass in the Trunk in the back, it's dope ass song, dope beat, all that. And Denzel comes into the studio. All right, you in here? You recording, huh? Oh, you recording? Okay, all right, young fella, all right. He puts a gun to the producer and backs him out. All right, now, big fella, don't. All right, come on. No. Hey, you want to go home or you want to go to church? So he takes the producer out and he sits back down in the producer's chair while A$AP Rocky is rapping, not paying attention to nothing that's happening. Denzel pushed the button like, hey, what's going on, young fella? Hey, you got some money? Hey, you came up, didn't you? You came up, Jake? And they just arguing back and forth. And this is an amazing scene because A$AP Rocky and Denzel Washington are damn near like father and son because A$AP Rocky been following Denzel since he was a young boy. He always wanted to be a rapper. And like I told you, Denzel in this movie is the king of New York in terms of rap. He's the top record label. And you have this amazing dynamic between Denzel and A$AP Rocky. And I wish you can take that little scene right there and just like loop it and show it to every rapper in the game right now because you see the desperation between or in the rapper and you see him being hurt. And Denzel is playing chess with his emotions. He's like, who hurt you? Like, where's your life going where you got to steal money? Right? Who's your father? And he's like, man, F that nigga. And he's like, and Denzel playing with his emotion, like, okay, so you say you don't like your daddy, right? Well, what you think you're doing to your son? Huh? Jake, what you think you're doing to your son? When you go to jail, you're gonna be out of your son's life. You wanna repeat the cycle? So they just going back and forth. And then the craziest thing happens is Denzel and A$AP Rocky start rap battling, but they talking like, yo mama stank because she a skank. And she went to the bank and couldn't get no money because she can't work because her leg don't work. You know what I'm saying? They just going back and forth. And then before long, A$AP Rocky like, man, screw this. Man, you talking about my mom? Pull the gun out, blast, bang. Denzel ducked like, oh shit. He ducked out the way. And then there was a chase. And I'm like, yo, it was a chase all throughout New York. Nobody saw it. Then they got on the subway. And I'm like, damn, A$AP Rocky, you can't outrun Denzel. Damn. And it was funny because Denzel was running like, someone catch your ass. Give me my money back. And A$AP Rocky running like, and they like right next to each other. And you can tell every time the stunt man is running for Denzel, because Denzel, he'll show his face like, and then they'll show the back of Denzel, and it's the stunt man like, all right. So anyway, they get to the point where they're at the subway, and A$AP Rocky, they playing like peekaboo and stuff like that, whether or not to get on the subway or get off. And eventually A$AP Rocky gets on the subway. Denzel gets on the subway. He's able to catch the doors and open up the doors. Damn, hold on, give me a minute. Damn, I should have been in this movie. Damn. Hey, Spike, you missed one, man. You should have put me in that movie, man. Put me in the next one. Check this out, man. Look. Denzel gets on, and then A$AP Rocky, he gets on top of the subway, and we're like, okay, it's getting real. It's getting real. But Denzel was somehow able to catch him, and more or less, A$AP Rocky really catches Denzel because Denzel is looking for him, like Bishop and Omar Epps and Juice. That's exactly what this felt like. It felt like that chase scene between Tupac and Omar Epps and Juice. That's what it felt like. Exactly how it felt, by the way. So anyway, A$AP Rocky is up top, and he sees Denzel pass through the subway doors. He jumps down and somehow loses the fight to Denzel. Because this movie is trying to tell you, like, even though you're younger, you got, age on your side, there's something to say about experience. So Denzel was doing all these sucker punches from the 1940s and all that, and it's catching A$AP Rocky off guard. Eventually, he takes him down. Okay? Then we fast forward and we find out that the police were able to recover the $17.5 million under A$AP Rocky's bed. And the first question I was thinking to myself was, wait, how did the money go to A$AP Rocky? Because in the movie, you saw the bag switch hands about five times. And you're like, how does he figure into this big operation of individuals swapping the bag, people on mopeds? So I'm like, yo, A$AP Rocky is connected with a lot of people. So did he just pay people off and have them do the job for him, and he was just a voice box? Was he the kingpin or the young kingpin that was running this big old operation? I don't know what happened, but nevertheless, the money ended up under his bed. So the police found that, obviously. And A$AP Rocky is becoming a hero. He's like a folk star. He's a folk hero because all these fans online, they love and glorify violence. They glorify people who have big body counts, people who kill people. That's what they glorify in today's time. So even though he just tried to kidnap 2 kids and he shot at people and he did all these different things, they are cheering him like, yo, he's innocent. He's innocent. So we get to the court date, and A$AP Rocky is led up the stairs into the courtroom, and Denzel follows shortly after. The police who are overseeing the entire operation, they go up to Denzel like, hey, Denzel, we are prepared to give this man 25 years to life. He doesn't seem to be fighting it. The only request that A$AP Rocky had was to talk to you one final time. And I'm thinking that this is where the movie is going to end. So Denzel comes into the interrogation room where A$AP Rocky is sitting there, right? Denzel and A$AP Rocky get to talking. And A$AP Rocky like, hey, bro, they offered me a deal to, but I declined it. And I'm getting calls from record labels left and right. But I'm good, bro. I'm good. Check this out. I'm a legend now. And I'm going to give you the rights, the privilege to sign me, the biggest artist in the game right now. I got over 1 billion streams. That's his words. He had over 1 billion streams as a result of all the press he was getting from what he did to Denzel, right? And you're thinking to yourself, oh, okay, Spike, I follow you. What you're going to do is turn this into a motivational story about how if you go after your dreams and you risk everything like jail time, it can turn out good for you. That's what you're thinking. Because that's how a lot of movies are. It's like no matter how bad things are, everything just turns out perfect for everybody. So he's telling Denzel and he's pitching like, yo, man, this could be the biggest thing ever, man. I've been looking at you. I've been idolized you, man, since I was a little boy, and now I'm face to face with you. You didn't hear me when I was following you on your social media. You didn't hear me when I was asking for, a deal. You didn't hear me when I was standing in your office trying to get your attention so you can hear my demo tape. But you hear me now, and then I think this is like the universe talking. This is our chance. So you're thinking that Denzel is gonna rock with this, and then this really cool montage happens where you hear A$AP Rocky song, ass to the back in the back of the trunk, and you got the little sexy baddies. You know what I'm saying? And you see Denzel kind of rocking to it a little bit, like, oh, okay, all right. And it's like this really cool Spike Lee moment. It doesn't make any sense, but it makes a lot of sense. And you're thinking that Denzel's gonna be like this. This is what you think is gonna happen. You think Denzel's gonna say, look, A$AP Rocky. Hey, listen here. Hey, I got you. Hey, you try to steal Sonny Boy, you try to steal his friend. You took $17.5 million from me. I got it back. And you make a compelling argument. You know what? I am gonna sign you. But check this out. I own you. You think that's what's gonna happen. But what really happens is Denzel's like, hey man, your money ain't good. All money ain't good money. You tried to hurt his son. You took his wife's bracelet. You took his son's best friend. You shot the window that got glass in his driver's eye. What the hell is you thinking about? You think I want to work with you? Get the hell out of here. I hope they bury your ass under that jail cell. That's pretty much what Denzel said. And A$AP Rocky like, what? You don't want to sign me? What? I'm the biggest name in this deal. Anybody coming to see you, David? You know what I'm saying? He going off Temptation style. So then he get up, he spit at the window, and the police haul A$AP Rocky away, and that's the last time we see him. Then it fast forward back to Denzel's character. And earlier in the movie, his son was asking Denzel, like, hey, Pops, you a big deal. And every time, people come up to me and they want to, they basically want to get to you. I got this chick, man. She's dope. And I just want you to hear her tape because we got a little meeting coming up. And Denzel already kind of picking up what he putting down. Like, hey, man, am I listening to her because you think she's talented? Or it's because you trying to get in them drawers, those panties? And his son is like, a little bit of both, Dad. But what's happening is Denzel like, well, I'll do it if I find time. If I find time, I'll do it. And what Spike is trying to tell us, or whoever the writer was, is like Denzel has gotten so big that he's not noticing the small players or the small things anymore. Now, those things are secondary. They're no longer important to him. So that kind of blows up in Denzel's face when his son gets kidnapped, or at least he thinks he's kidnapped. But anyway, towards the end of the film, everything is kind of getting back to where it was. And Denzel spending time with his wife. He's like, look, I'm going to sell this big company. I'm going to take my money and we're going to start over again. We're going to open up a record label, but it's going to be family owned. It's going to be smaller. It's going to focus on smaller talent because you could tell that Denzel went through a life altering situation with everything that happened, that he was looking at his life like, he kind of got away from himself. So it fast forwards to Denzel, his son, his wife, and the light-skinned girl that his son was telling him about in the beginning of the movie. Who else is in that room? I'm sorry. I gotta take a pause for this part because it was so amazing. It was so amazing. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying a little bit. But the pianist in the room, his name was Rick. Right? I was like, yo, hey Spike. Hey man, I'm not saying nothing. I'm not saying nothing. If you don't say nothing, I don't say nothing. If you don't say nothing, Spike, I won't say nothing. But the pianist who's playing the music for the girl who's about to sing her demo in front of Denzel, his name is Ricky. And then Denzel like, yo, what's up, Rick? I was like, That's all I'm doing. Get the fuck out. Hey, stop playing with me. I was like, let's go, Spike. Yeah. Let's go, boy. Yeah. That's your main man, Rick the Dog. Hey, go ahead and show him this part, bro. Just show it to him. Go ahead and show it to him.
Eddie Murphy. Create an annual award foundation or show which celebrates black actors and actresses in film. Denzel Washington. Help Eddie Murphy. Spike Lee. I challenge you to make a coming-of-age, documentary-like film about a black boy or girl from New York who becomes a superhero.
Yeah, man. I was like, boy, I said, man. Anyway, oh, man, off topic. So then she sang a song that's so damn good. I was about to sign her ass on a napkin. Shouldn't like stop. Hey, what you want? You want some money? You want a studio? You say what you want again? You say you want a ride to the okay. All right, carousel. What else you want? Song was so damn good. Then the movie goes off. Strong J. Yo, Spike Lee killed it, bro. He killed it. Denzel Washington killed it, bro. Man, I want to just say how much I enjoyed this movie. This movie was amazing. From front to back, I don't give a damn what the critics say. They crazy as hell. I mean, damn, you got to be in some damn spandex to get a good review around here. You got to be in some damn tighty whities and fly around the damn country and punch monsters in the face to get a damn good review. Man, that movie was amazing. I don't give a damn what nobody say. Rick the Don said it was good.